for the introduction. I am happy to be here representing the globalization team at Kin, where I have the pleasure of leading a team that ensures that all people around the world can enjoy a pleasant player experience in which the content is adapted to the language and culture. And as I mentioned at the beginning, our most popular game is Candy Crush, but in fact, our company's game portfolio includes other very few popular casual games such as Farm Hero, Babel Witch, or Pet Rescue, to name a few. And our games are available in multiple languages, depending on the specific game. So yeah, they are very entertaining and fun to play. If you have some time, don't hesitate to go and download them and have some fun. Okay, so enough of me, let's talk about data and how to approach the C-suite when it comes to show the value that a localization team brings. And before going any further when it comes to metrics, I like to make a distinction between operational KPIs and strategic KPIs. Because operational KPIs are the usual suspects that localization teams use to assess the efficiency of their processes or quality management. And here we often have project management metrics, financial metrics, quality metrics. All these metrics are crucial and they help us evaluate the efficiency of our localization strategy. So we need them. However, it's important to note that these metrics don't fully explain the added value of localization. So these are not the best metrics to show the product leadership team if we want to communicate the localization impact. For instance, in project management KPIs, we might track metrics like, I don't know, on-time delivery from our language partners, turnaround time, what else? Total words per content type. But these metrics don't really provide insights into the impact of localization. They help me to understand if I am late or on time for a project. They help me assess the volume I'm managing, so they are helpful, but they are not really saying anything about how we are contributing to product growth. The same might happen with other metrics, quality metrics, where we typically track things like, I don't know, number of linguistic errors or internationalization issues or truncations, just to mention some of the usual categories. So while these metrics are essential for improving internal processes and monitoring the quality delivered by our language service provider, senior management often doesn't place a high emphasis on them. A dashboard displaying metrics related to linguistic errors or on-time delivery percentage may not be as useful to senior management as we'd like to believe, because they don't reveal the true impact of our work. So to identify impactful metrics and understand the added value of localization, we need to shift our mindset. Localization teams tend to focus on quality, while senior management prioritize value. So we need to move forward and move towards demonstrating growth, which is the key to effectively communicating our team value to senior management. Those are metrics that we track and report to leadership. Growth metrics where localizations are contributing. So to be more specific, some metrics that fall under this category and that can help explain the added value of localization are, for example, the average revenue per user per locale, or customer retention rates per market, or monthly and daily active users by country. These metrics demonstrate how localization activities contribute to the product team's goal and the company overall objective. If you think about when we report the number of linguistic bags, it doesn't provide insights into our contribution to global growth. However, conducting an A/B test with a localized campaign and comparing, for example, engagement, retention, and purchases metrics between English-speaking and localization user groups can provide very insightful data about localization and the impact. And this sends a very different message to senior leadership. So as a general rule, metrics related to the added value of localization are often linked to user experience. In my opinion, measuring localization success has traditionally focused on operational performance rather than how that performance impact business outcome and create values. So now, once we have identified the right metrics, the other two elements that we need to consider are the tools and how we will communicate them. And for tools, there are several options available in the market. So I don't know, Tableau, Looker, Google Analytics, there are many. And ideally, you should use the same tools as your company data team, as it facilitates access to dashboards and data maintenance. And then in terms of communication channels here, what we try to do is to use as many channels as possible. Sometimes I'm joking when I say that we need to do often localization impact propaganda. But here the idea is to find some tactics that it allows us to show those metrics we've been collecting. So in that regards, quarterly business reviews, QBRs meetings with stakeholders is one of my favorite tactics. So explaining to the Keynes the game teams the activities of the previous quarter, what we've been doing. Also, we talk about what we are going to do in the next quarter. These meetings provide an excellent opportunity to present metrics and engage in open discussions about our work. Newsletters are another effective communication channel to showcase the work and the impact. In the past, we've also launched and do pizza lunch sessions to invite the stakeholders to launch our lunch sessions. Additionally, onboarding session for new employees. So we try to use as many channels as we can. And finally, in terms of communication, I found very helpful to have an elevator pitch of what we do in the team, which is basically a small speech following this elevator pitch idea that explains what we do, how we do it, and more importantly, why that's important. So I believe I'm summarizing the key takeaways of all this I'm sharing with you is to focus on metrics that matter, metrics that connect to growth and user experience.